No, that's empty. Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Oh, there you are, Mary Lou. Oh. Yeah, you can just throw that in the sink if you want.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I am serious hot mess. Look. Oh, there we go. Look at that arm. Look at that arm.
What have you been doing?
That's from my infusion.
Oh.
Camera, show it. There we go.
Isn't there something in your right arm too?
Oh yeah, they're all tore up. So, hey Lawrence, how you doing? Oh my side desk is a mess. Everything is a mess right now. So, happy Thursday. Sorry I couldn't do book club tonight. I was so knocked out. The hives are back. Shaman is here. Yay! I was so knocked out from the antihistamines from the hives that I just slept through my normal go live time. So that's my bad. Or it's the hives bad, either way that you want to make it. So, hot mess. I am a hot mess tonight. And I need to get my smoky treats and my water. All right, you be right back. Ooh, and Mary Lou is with us, but I didn't have time to set up the Mary Lou camera. But she is here if you all want to say hi. Whoa. All right, here we got my water. And now there's my pipe. Okay. Now I'm set. If you just want to have a seat. Oh. And to top it all off, huh?
Well, he was stretched out.
Oh, Sam was in your way. And the dogs have been crazy because I've been away for, the morning of the last 4 days, and I've never been away like that before. So they've been a little crazy. As Sam takes off my shoe. And I may be hyperthyroid now. I may be on too much medication. And I've been gaining weight like crazy, 10 pounds a week, which is not normal. Or, maybe it may not be that much. It may only be 5 pounds a week. Hush, Sam. Hush. So, Shaman says hello, Mary Lou.
Hello there.
So she says hello. Now let me see. I can maybe set you up on my phone. So, hey. So folks may be coming in, just petering in, which is fine. I wanted today to be something relaxed because, I was tripping balls earlier today. So, not really although there were some wonderful discoveries as a result of it. So, Lawrence also says, hi, Mary Lou.
Hi there.
So yeah, I think I can set you up on my phone. Because I did it yesterday with StreamYard. There we go. Broadcast. No, I need to put, DC's here. Hey, DC. Awesome. You're listening. Killer. All right. I'm going to put up the link. Copy to clipboard. Copied. Paste. There we go. If anybody wants to come up. And I'm going to put this up for Mary Lou so she can hold my phone and be on camera as well. So my channel, here we are. Got to turn down the volume though. All right, open in Safari. Allow. Mute that. There we go. And then this will be there we go. Do we have an echo? Yes, we do. I don't know how we have an echo with that volume on 0 and no microphone to pick it up. I don't get it. So we can't do a Mary Lou camera. Oh, Survival's here. Smash that like button, Pam Fam. Thank you, Survival. So we will go ahead and kick that out. But and Survival says he's going to be right back, which is awesome. So I wanted to use today to kind of discuss where we are in the book, and just any sort of insights you guys have all had from doing the book study and stuff like that. Because one of the things that I had as a result of doing the ketamine was a lot of insights, a lot of wonderful insights. Not all of them that I remember per se, but the neural pathways were laid down. Let's put it that way. And just some marvelous, understandings about me, about faith. I did a lot of praying when the ketamine got really, really, really intense, and like I was on TikTok the whole time. Yes, I know, TikTok. But I was on TikTok, as my entertainment, because I put on like a music channel, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't engaging enough. I was just kind of sitting there, ho hum, okay, I'm a little bit woozy. So I went on TikTok. I told myself that I wasn't going to go online because I didn't want to do anything crazy while I was online and not remember it. But it was just my ADHD. It was not engaging enough for me to do that. So what I ended up doing was I went on TikTok, and then in the last like half hour, it gets really, really intense. And in that time, I would just lay the phone down. I would realize that I was, so incapacitated that I couldn't engage. Typing was too difficult. Even flipping from one TikTok to the other was too difficult, which is saying something. And I would just lay it down and I would sit there and I would pray. And it was a wonderful experience. I remember, Latin, you are not late. I'm the one who's late. And it's all good. Usually I'm on an hour and a half earlier than this. Usually we're already an hour and a half into the stream, but that I was knocked out by hives, and just woke up a little while ago, and then I got some food, and then so this is complete. You're totally on time. So yeah, I remember praying and talking to God and just telling him, I want to bring, your kingdom here on earth. Just give me the heaviest load that I can carry, and make sure that I can manage it, but give me the heaviest load that I can manage and not fall to pieces, and let me carry that to bring your kingdom here on earth. And it was just a wonderful, wonderful, it filled my heart. It filled my mind. It filled my soul. It was just chef's kiss. Beautiful. So Latin says, hi, Pam, Shaman Lawrence, Survival, DC, Irish, and Mary Lou. Mary Lou is here too, but I couldn't set up a camera for her, so she's just watching. So, and I'm sure you say hi to her too. So, but yeah, it was, and then on the last day, they actually recalculated it because of my weight gain, I apparently wasn't getting the proper dose. And so today was like the most intense day out of all the days. And it was just, whew. But, the nurse and I were having a good time chatting and giggling back and forth and everything like that. And I hope we're going to see maybe 6 weeks out or however long this lasts. I'll give them a call and let them know that, hey, it's wearing off and I need to have an infusion, and then I'll go back in and get one. So Latin asks, what do I need to do in order to read my favorite book online? YouTube, what if you could do another book too? Yes, we are going to continue with another book. As soon as we finish up with 12 rules, we're going to start on another book. And I don't know if we're going to continue again with Jordan Peterson or if we're going to change to something else. I don't know. We're going to decide that later. But all you have to do, you have your own YouTube channel because you have your own name and everything like that. You're not a guest. You've got Latin reserved. And you can just go live on your own channel. You need, a webcam. And you can use StreamYard. StreamYard is free. And that's pretty much what everybody uses here. And yeah, it's real easy, and I can walk you through it if you need to. Yeah, it's been a week. It's been a heck of a week. Latin copyright infringement. No, if you're reading it, it's not copyright infringement. It's what they call fair use. So what you're doing is, you're adding your own things to it. It's called value added content. You're not just reading word for word. You're adding your own spin. You're adding your own commentary. Guests are adding commentary and things like that. So that's covered under fair use. Len says, I don't want to get strikes on myself. Yeah, you wouldn't get any strikes. It's covered under fair use. You're good. So we might actually do In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts next. Absolutely fascinating book on addiction by Gabor Mate that Greg Kelly introduced me to. And it's just a fascinating look about how addiction is everywhere and it's completely normal. And it's only because we consider some addictions good and some addictions bad. Yeah, it's just great. It's just great. So yeah, hope that helped you out, Len. Because I know lots of people who have done, book studies and things like that, book clubs online on YouTube. And yeah, you're solid. You're in the clear. So I want to send out a message to a new friend of mine. So let me go here. Let me go here. Yeah, Curtis is the channel name. Sorry for the dead air. But the Pam fam can survive dead air. You guys are a lot more resilient than that. So, but yeah, like the insights from the book that I'm getting are really helping my relationships. My relationship with my mom, my relationship with myself, letting go of things that I used to worry about that I don't need to worry about anymore. allowing myself more mistakes and not being such a perfectionist. Especially considering tonight. Oh my gosh, I really let myself go there. And having more humor about it. Being able to laugh and just be okay with who I am right now, and know that it's a process, Well, of course, Latin, I'm happy to help. So yeah, just hit me up. Yeah, Lawrence, if you have Lawrence's number, Lawrence has my number. You can go ahead and text me, or you can shoot me an email on my about page. My email is up there, and I'll be able to shoot you my text number, and I'll help you get online. No problem. So that'll be great. Latin will have a channel. Yay! What book are you thinking about doing? That would be more book clubs. That's just great. So yeah, and yeah, I'm up on TikTok. If anybody has TikTok and wants to follow me there, I don't know if I'm up there as Pamela Curtis or Pam Curtis. Let's see, who am I? I'm Sean Valjean. Me. I am Pamela Curtis 3, all one word. So Danny and Brinkley, I've never heard of that author. What do they do? That sounds fascinating. So yeah. Yeah, and Shaman says, do let us know. We will totally be there. Absolutely. Yeah. That's one of the things that I love is the Pam fam. We support each other. If Survival goes on live, Lawrence will text me and let me know. If other people are up live, we let each other know, and we go and we support one another's lives. So I met Danny and Brinkley, and he gave me a free reading, but I didn't know he was going to give me a reading until everything he was saying was about me referring to me. Oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh. I bet that blew your mind. So yeah. And one of the things that I really got into was dealing with the characteristics, the bad characteristics that I picked up from my family. There's a lot of because of the addiction and alcoholism in my family, there's also a lot of narcissistic personality disorder stuff. And I picked up on a lot of those behaviors, even though I myself am not a narcissist. But I can come off as one. People can look at me and think, ooh, she's manipulative. And it's like, well, no, I hate manipulation. I hate manipulating people. I want you to be free to make your own choices. I just want to give you the information, and let you run with it the way that you want to run with it. Your life is your business, and I can't tell you how to live your life. You know more about your life than I do. And I hate people manipulating me. I don't want to be used. I don't want to be taken advantage of, that kind of thing. And I could fall prey to narcissists a lot of the times because I don't recognize the red flags because I was raised with them. And I consider that, normal, or, what family is loving and things like that. And the conclusion that I came to as the result of the ketamine stuff is just use your powers for good. If you show the evidence that it's for people's good and it's for people's benefit, and it's not controlling or anything, that you would consider not okay, then it'll be okay. So, DC Irish says, you sound like you can be in my family, lol. Right? Well, that's the thing, is that generally people like us, we attract one another because we see the same sort of behaviors. It's comfortable to us. It's familiar because it's what we were raised in. And so it when we see it in other people, it's what we're drawn to, because it's like, hey, I know that. I understand that pattern of behavior. hey, yeah, let's check this person out because they're like me. They're what I'm used to. So Shaman says, Pam, could you tell us the name of this book again, please? The Jordan Peterson 12 Rules for Life. Is that what you're talking about? So yeah, that's what we've been doing in the book club, and we're just kind of discussing, insights, and anybody who wants to come up is welcome to. What kind of things you've learned so far in the series, because we're at a really, really cool place right now. So DC Hire says, good minds think alike. Exactly. So, but the only thing is that I can fall in with dangerous people because I don't recognize the red flags of narcissism, because it's familiar to me. It's normal. It's comforting almost in a way, the love bombing, all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much you guys know about it. There's a guy on YouTube, and he's also on TikTok, who is a self-aware narcissist. And some of his TikToks are amazing, but I can't watch them because they're so triggering, because I was like, oh God, oh, I remember that. No, can't watch. Oh, trigger. So Latin says, I'm thinking those characteristics are generic from centuries of having to survive and fight for life. Absolutely. But they've become, they've become dysfunctional in our current way of society and our very trust-based society. Because narcissists will violate your trust in a heartbeat. It's like the dung beetles. They did a study on the African dung beetles, and there are two types of dung beetles. There's the dung beetle who makes the dung ball, and then there's the dung beetle who steals the dung ball. And it's about use of energy. And are you going to use your energy to slowly plod along, just making the dung ball, one thing after another, and you got your dung ball, and then you're exhausted after all that work, and you got to take it back home so that you can plant the eggs in it. The addiction book is In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts by Gabor Mate. And it's GABORMATE with a little schwa on the top. So you've got one type of dung beetle that makes the dung ball, and he's exhausted at the end of his day of work. And, he's carrying this thing home. And then on the way home, he gets hijacked by this guy who's been resting all day, not making a dung ball. And that guy has energy to fight. And he can sometimes get the dung ball and sometimes not. But it's a 50-50 thing. And, based on evolutionary retainment, that kind of stuff lives on in us. How much energy do you want to spend? Do you want to spend it actually working day after day, building up your little reservoir, everything like that? Or do you want to use it in a quick burst and get your dung that way? Kind of interesting. So, Pizza Dad Bod, welcome. I got a belly full of pizza, and now it's time for beer. Hell yeah. I've actually quit drinking because of the ketamine treatments working so well on my pain, my migraine pain, my neuropathy, everything. I haven't had a drink since Monday. So, and I love it because I hate alcohol and it's dangerous stuff, especially to be, using for pain. Not a good idea. I do not recommend it for anyone. Absolutely not. But I was in dire straits, and I knew that I was coming up on this ketamine treatment so that I had an end date of when I would stop and everything like that. And I was using it very, very carefully. I'm well trained in addiction and alcoholism, so I made sure that it was not something that, and if I tripped over the line into alcoholism, I knew exactly where to go. So yeah, I haven't had a drink since Monday, and it's been glorious. I love it. So we're going to keep that going. And I'm also going to change my diet to try and control these hives. I'm going to cut out now. This controlling my diet is a little bit harder than quitting alcohol. I'm going to cut out wheat and dairy And what's funny is my entire diet is pretty much built on wheat and dairy. Cheeses, sauces, you name it, It's mostly wheat and dairy and meat. Fruits and vegetables, nah, dude, nah. That stuff is difficult for me to digest. So I've stayed away from that stuff. Every once in a while I'll have a Caesar salad. I can have a little bit of lettuce on my burger and stuff like that. But otherwise, I stay the hell away from fruits and vegetables in their original form. If you break it down into a sauce, that's different. I can usually, handle spaghetti sauce, ketchup, things like that. But if it's a tomato that looks like a slice of tomato, that may bugger my system. So, and excuse me, I just got a text. Let's see who's talking to me. Oh, Logic says, hi, and sorry I didn't realize we were in a group chat. No worries. I'm live now if you want to come up. Up, just chillaxing. All right. So, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts is the addiction book. So, and it's absolutely fascinating. He's done some TED Talks. He's done a business talk. He himself has battled with shopping addiction to the point where it interfered with his work. He was shopping for music instead of being present for a woman's birth that he was supposed to be at. So, he knows firsthand about addiction, and his take on it is amazing. So, yep, that's exactly it. They're the hungry ghosts, mouths as small as needles and huge bellies. It's in the purgatory hell realm, of the Asian cultures. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So addiction is that hungry ghost with the giant belly that can never be filled and that small mouth that you can never get enough into. So that's why he called his book In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts. And he talks about his time where he was a doctor for the worst of the worst addictions. I don't know if it was in Toronto or if it was in BC, but one of those. And he was taking care of Canada's worst. And he talks about the trauma that leads to addiction. Trauma that sometimes is unavoidable, because he was a Jewish baby that was born a year before the Nazis stormed into Hungary. So, his story is absolutely fascinating. The stories that he tells of his work are also absolutely fascinating. Greg Kelly turned me on to that book, and I watched some of his TED stuff and his talks earlier. I may need to turn on some lights here. Hold on a second. And I'm going to get some more water. So quick 5-minute break. Yeah, and you can see I've got it back there on my bookshelf, which is my heater. All right, let me turn on the lights and get some more water. All right, there we go. I'm going to close this window because it's getting a little chilly in here. It was a gorgeous day today, and I slept through it. I'm so upset. Oh, that's what my butt looks like in these pants. So, and I'm trying to drink more water and drink less Red Bull. During my ketamine treatments, all I was drinking was water because it gives you dry mouth, which wasn't as bad. I don't know if it's because I'm used to having dry mouth with the Sjogren's or what. But small mouths and insatiable appetites. Exactly. And they can never eat enough. And that's the thing with addiction. It's never enough. You never I can talk. You never feel full. No matter how much, if you're a heroin addict, no matter how much heroin you take, you never feel full. If you're a cocaine addict, you never feel full. If you're a food addict, you never feel full. If you're a shopping addict, you never can buy enough to feed that insatiable hunger. You're always going to come back for more. And people do it with work. They do it with all sorts of things. Oh, my back. And yeah, it's that craving. It's the same craving that I had with the tobacco, which I'm also going to try and quit. I just got a medication that hopefully will cut down on my cravings. And it's that, that insatiable desire of, I have to have this, which is actually, it's not that there are addicts and non-addicts. It's addiction is normal. But it depends on what you're addicted to. And with the nicotine, it was, my brain was just saying, you must have this, regardless of the fact that every time I smoked, because of the inflammatory nature of tobacco, it made my hives worse. Those are immediate consequences. Within minutes, my hives were worse. Could I stop? No, that's addiction. And it's a normal part of human behavior. And that's Gabor's argument. It's not that some people are addicts and some people are not. It's that every human being on the planet can be an addict. It just depends on what and whether or not our society praises it. Because if you're a work addict and you become extremely successful, well, then everybody puts you up on a pillar and says, look at this wonderful person who has done all this work, If it's giving yourself to others, people will say, oh, she's so nice. She's so, she's so compassionate towards others. She helps so many people, or he does all these things for other people. You've got 500 people at his funeral because he was the guy that if you went to and you needed help, he was always there for you. Yeah. But what was his family like? Did they get that kind of love and commitment where if you asked your dad for anything, he would drop everything and do it for you? Maybe not. Maybe not. And so Gabor's argument is everybody is an addict in one form or another. And it's just whether or not we view it as bad or good. Yeah, and so I think that may be our next book because the stuff that people deal with it's hard. It's really hard stuff. So, there we go. My problem is I'm an adrenaline junkie. It gets me in a bad spot sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That adrenaline rush of doing something, really cool but dangerous and riding that line in between safety and danger. I mean, we do it in gymnastics all the time. Little girls, little boys will break their bodies doing gymnastics for that high of the adrenaline high of performing and doing all these things. I mean, it's everywhere in our society. If you really look close, it's everywhere in our society that people who do workouts that can be addicted to working out, where they work out so much that they destroy their bodies. That is a real thing. But we think we praise it, and let's talk about what's his name? He was the guy that did all the stunts back in the 70s and 80s. The motorcycle jumping over all those things. I mean, he broke every bone in his body at least once. But because he put on a good show, people loved him for it. Jumping out of planes over 7,000 times might be an addiction. Yes, it absolutely is. And it feeds that need, but the need doesn't stay fed. And Evel Knievel. Yes. Thank you, DC. Evel Knievel. That's the guy, but because he was putting on a good show, making all this money, doing all these incredible things, pushing the limit of human capacity, of human capabilities. People praised him for it, but at the same time, did he treat his family right? That's where you can see the bad. He was your hero. Yep, yep. So that's, you identify and see shaman right there, 7,000, very impressive. We are impressed by this, but it's an addiction. We're impressed by the addiction. And that's what can make these addictions very hidden. DC says, my wife doesn't get it. All right, so that seals the deal. Next book we're going to do In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts. So yeah, that's, and DC, I totally understand that rush. If I didn't get sick, like my guts turning to jelly from the adrenaline rush, I'd be right there with you, Lawrence asks, have you ever jumped out of a plane before, Irish? And he says, yes, I've launched myself from planes. Yes. And out here, we've got at our little tiny municipal airport, that's what they do a lot of times. Is they do a ton of parachuting, all that kind of stuff. Hang gliding. I would love to do hang gliding, all that wonderful, crazy stuff where you're just DC Irish, bones heal and chicks dig scars, right? Yeah, but cartilage doesn't heal. That's the problem. Bones may heal, but cartilage doesn't. So, DC says, facts, shaman. Lauren says, I am so scared of heights. Right. But that's what brings on the rush, is that fear kicks the adrenaline in. And what you're doing is you're manipulating your body chemistry by putting yourself into dangerous situations. And so, yeah, it's one of those things that it can be an activity that gets you high. It doesn't have to be a substance. So DC says, I moved to where I live now just to be an instructor for skydiving. You're an instructor, no less. Holy crap. No wonder you jumped out of a plane so many times. So yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And that's the thing, is that we will do these things. We can make it a career. Gaybar says that doctors are all attention addicts because everybody wants your attention all the time. People always need a doctor. People always need you. There's always somebody out there who needs you. And that attention, that when they used to have pagers and having the pager go off all the time, that other people needing him made him feel good. So DC says, I was only for a few years, then I got hurt and started painting again. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Logic is in the house. How you doing, Logic? So let me put up the invite link again. If anybody wants to come up, you are welcome to. If not, you don't have to. Logic, we're talking about the next book we're going to do. And it's about addiction, called In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts. So we're discussing addiction and how some addictions are valued in society and some are not. And it's just depending on what addiction is valued and what is not, that we call it addiction or not. So Lauren says, hey, Sexy Rexy. That's adorable. Sexy Rexy. I'm going to call him that from now on. So, Survival's here.
I told you I'd come back. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've been following anything, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, it's okay. We're talking about the next book we're going to do, which is Gabor Mate, Dr. Gabor Mate's book, In the Realm of Hungry Ghosts.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's hella interesting. And it's all about addiction and how addiction is normal. It's a normal human function. We just don't recognize many things as addiction because we praise them rather than, other addictions, which we scold.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like some people get like super addicted to working out, which is probably a good thing.
Right, exactly. Well, it's an
Some
addiction.
people get super addicted to drinking beer and smoking cigarettes.
And some people get
Not
addicted to work. Some people get addicted to thrill seeking.
yeah.
DC was just talking about, he used to be what was it? An
DC is a
instructor.
wild now.
Oh, I know.
He's like skydiving and surfing.
That's just what we were talking about. He was an instructor for skydiving.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, because he was addicted to the thrill of it.
Makes sense. Yeah. I used to do downhill mountain biking because it was an adrenaline rush. You get addicted to adrenaline.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it's activities that change our body chemistry rather than substances that change our body chemistry. That's one differentiation that we make. And then another differentiation that we make is whether it's a positive effect on society or a negative effect on society. Because people who get high on heroin, usually other people have to be around them to take care of them while they're high because they're incapacitated. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, I mean, to add on to that, like I was reading a little bit, I saw it was a Bruce Lee quote, and he was like, "Never talk bad about your body because your body doesn't know whether or not you're lying or not." So I don't know. It's like something like, have you seen that quote? It's like more or less like, don't lie to yourself, or don't like look down on yourself so much because you. And then I saw another guy say like, you can train your body to think that it needs to live in a world where it needs to survive really if you're doing like training or like weightlifting or something, if you trick your body into thinking it's really hard to survive, so it's going to keep you lean and muscly. But if you sit around all the time and just watch TV all the time, your body will give you like a nice layer of fat.
Yep.
I don't know. It's kind of just cool. I always like to think about some of the philosophy around some of that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I see Logic Rex in the chat. Lawrence, what's up? DC Irish, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Pam Fam's here. Shaman's up in here.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is here? Pizza Dad was here a bit. I don't know if he's still. Latin was here. Awesome, you guys. Sorry that I got here late.
Oh, no worries, man. I was later than late today, because usually I come up 5:30 my time, and it's now 7:45.
Yeah, over here it's we're an hour behind you, or an hour behind.
Yeah. But I overslept because I started having hives again, and I took.
Oh no.
I know. I took so much antihistamine that I slept through my start time, and then I set my time back, and then I got dinner, and then I ate through my start time, and I was just, oh my God, I'm just a hot mess today. So.
Oh, it happens though. That kind of thing happens.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially I've just been on ketamine for the last 4 days, and I expect myself to be competent. No, not gonna happen.
I've never tried ketamine, so I don't know what it's like, but I saw like at like noon when you posted your live, it was gonna go whatever. I saw Pizza Dad Bod. He like made the first comment, and he was like, "I did ketamine and I fell down a flight of concrete stairs." And I'm like, "Holy shit, dude! Hopefully, fucking Pam doesn't do that."
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is that because it's an infusion in a hospital setting, it's very, very safe. I've got a nurse there, I've got a doctor there. They're checking on me every 15 minutes. We start low and slow, and we ramp it up over the next 3 days. And you see how you tolerate it, because some people can hallucinate really bad. Some people can have awful nausea with it and things like that. And I actually took to it very, very well.
That's good.
Was able to walk. And some people wear adult diapers because they can't even verbalize that they need to go to the bathroom. And
some people fall down concrete stairs.
Some people fall down.
Fucking dumbass teenagers or 20-year-olds or something.
Right. So DC says you have to know how to trick your brain and your body into working right. Very true. Very
You do.
true. Yeah.
Like nobody is like. I mean, it's very rare to be like wanting to like exert your body real hard. So you have to tell yourself that it's going to benefit you. And you
Right.
got to believe it, and then you got to go through with the. You got to go through with it. Like,
Yeah.
you
And you
can't
have
just think about it. It doesn't work if you think about it. You just got to do
Right.
it.
Right. It's the old joke of there are 3 frogs on a log. One decides to jump off. How many frogs are left on the log?
I know you told me this before, and I forgot already.
Right.
Let the chat answer that one.
Okay. So how many frogs are left on the log? One decides to jump off. How many frogs are left? Iris says, I did ketamine treatments through the VA back in 92. It was weird for me. Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. And I did a lot of stuff to prepare myself. I did a lot of studying as far as like what people's experiences were going through it, what to expect. And I was terrified going into the first one. But after the first session, I was like, this is nothing. I've been more drunk than this, you know? So
Don't they call it the K-hole?
yeah, the K-hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the last 30 minutes of the ketamine experience was actually the most intense. But I never fell into any sort of depression or anything like that, and never fell into anything negative. You know, when the K-hole, if that is the K-hole that I entered into, when that came up, what I would do is I would just start praying. And it just became a wonderful spiritual experience. So DC Irish says 2 in my math. Lawrence says none. We'll let a few more answers come up.
Yeah. So if one jumps off, you'd think. I think that's how I answered too, and I think I was wrong, but I don't remember.
Yeah. So we got 3 answers. Iris says a K-hole is pretty intense. I got lost a few times. Yeah. So okay, it's the last 30 minutes is the K-hole, and it was a wonderful spiritual experience for me. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous.
That's great.
So, yeah. So we'll just see how long it lasts for pain control. And here's the amazing thing is that, you know, I usually take my methadone for my neuropathy at 8 and 8 because it lasts for 12 hours. But because I was waking up so early, I was taking it at 6. And I didn't even realize that I was off the methadone for 2 hours because I was taking it at 8 in the evening again, not even thinking. And so it's already working on my neuropathy, which is fabulous. So that's
good news.
Oh, it's great news. It's great news. I mean, because if I can be on less medication, if I can be on fewer opiates, hallelujah. You know, that makes the world happier. So, conservative Texan is in the house. Welcome.
What's up? Yeah. What's up, Travis? Conservative Texan 1845. How are you doing, man?
Yeah. So
good to see you here.
Yeah. So the question to the chat right now, conservative Texan, is there are 3 frogs on a log and one decides to jump off. How many frogs are left? We've got 2 answers. DC says 2. Lawrence says none.
I think Lawrence has probably heard something before, though. We need an explanation, though.
Yeah, no.
You got to have an explanation for that, Lawrence, because she said 1 jumped off.
Yeah, one decided to jump off.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Decided.
Conservative says, yep. Howdy, Survival and Pam. Nice to be here. Yep. And Mary Lou is here, even though I don't have the Mary Lou camera set up. So
tell Mary Lou we all said hi.
Yep. The whole Pam fam said hi. Conservative Texan says 2. All right. So we got 3 answers. I'm going to go with that. That's a 50% sample of the house.
I think Lawrence is cheating.
The answer is 3.
Oh.
Because making a decision and following through on it are 2 different things. I was working off your thing of you can decide to work out, but unless you actually do work out, it doesn't manifest.
No, thinking about it won't do it.
Yeah, thinking about it won't do it. Making a decision won't do it. Doing it will do it. DC
that
says
goes for a lot of things too, not just I see DC's.
Yeah. He says, I've only smoked pot for the last 25 plus years, beer too, but no narcotics. I couldn't imagine trying anything else again. Hey, man, when you find what works for you, stick with it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the pain clinic that I'm in right now doesn't allow marijuana. And also on top of that, marijuana gives me hives, which is why I went back to the pain clinic. Do you have a TV on in the background there, Survival?
Yeah, I do. Hang on, I'll move rooms. I was in the living room. Christy, sorry about that. I didn't realize you could hear that.
Yeah. You got a
My
good
bad.
microphone on your phone there.
It's just a phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about
So
that.
I was controlling all of my pain and all of my symptoms with marijuana, and then I started getting hives from it, and I was like, oh crap. I'm going to have to go back to the pain clinic. I'm going to have to go back on narcotics. So it took me a while to find a pain clinic, but I finally did. And so, that it's all worked out now in the end. And praise God for that. Because
Yeah, that is a good deal. I see Pizza Dad stop by again.
yeah.
And to address DC Irish with he's only treated himself with weed and beer, and it's worked for him.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at too in life. Like I've never treated myself with anything. Not that I needed anything like that, but
Yeah.
I know Irish has a leg problem now with he broke some bones or fractured something. I forget what it was, torso ligaments or something.
Yeah.
But
That's rough.
Pizza Dad seems to think that you got hives because you had bad weed or something. But then Irish also said he just got his medical card yesterday, so that's congratulations. He's gonna get stoned. Okay.
Yeah. Pizza Dad, there's no way I got a hold of some moldy weed. This was straight from the dispensary. That stuff is tested. Colorado is hardcore about making sure that stuff is clean. So, conservative Texan says, I've tried shrooms before in my teens. I know, stupid me. Well,
Oh no, those are fun.
Low dose shrooms is being used for treating depression now. And it's actually legal in Denver. So, but I don't
did acid and mushrooms. I did like a bunch of acid and a bunch of mushrooms, like before I was even 20.
At the same time, or?
No, not at the same time. Never at the same time. I'm not that crazy.
I know some people who are.
Pizza Dad probably is.
Right. So yeah, I did shrooms, and I did one dose that was way too strong, and I said never again. So I only did shrooms like 2 or 3 times. I did acid a few times, but I did candy flipping, which is combining acid and MDMA.
Fuck.
Right. Well, it means you never have a bad trip. Because
I can understand.
Yeah, the MDMA keeps everything positive, and then you're tripping on acid, and so yeah, and it's statute of limitations on all of these things for any of the.
Yeah, we're way too old. We're not criminals anymore. We were teenagers and shit.
Right. Exactly.
Latin is in here. She's just like, wow. She's like, I don't think she's done any drugs.
Oh wow.
I think what she said, which is a plus. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
If you don't need them, don't do them. Don't experimenting. At this time in our life, when we're this age, you cannot be doing any experimenting with drugs anymore. That's like when you're a kid.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
a fearless kid.
MDMA used to be legal, back in the club kids days and the rave scene and everything like that. And DC Irish says that he's done candy flipping. So
there you
go. He says educational purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Dad says, feel pretty dumb the morning after such an escapade. Oh, yeah. And a lot of times, a lot of shame about what you did the night before.
That's true. We actually talked about this. Me and Pizza Dad Bod talked about this today.
Right.
Like, there's certain things like, I mean, you got to do it when you're young. So you can't do it when you're older. Like, you wake up the next day and you're like, holy shit, I can't show my face around these people ever again because of what I did.
Right? You're thinking back and you're like, oh my God, I did that. Oh my God.
You're like, oh fuck. Yeah. How am I gonna talk my way out of this one?
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. Pizza Dad. The sex I had with so and so. Very true.
I didn't know you had sex with men, dude. But whatever. I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm just making fun of him because of the way he texted out.
Right.
He
So,
loves love, his favorite drug.
oh, there you go. Oh, that's another thing you can be addicted to is relationships and
Addictions.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about all of this. Is
I think
um,
I'm addicted to attention.
yeah, yeah,
If you guys haven't noticed, I'm like all over all the time, everywhere, on every platform, all the time.
yeah. That well, I mean, that's definitely out there. How many actors and actresses are addicted to attention? Doctors are addicted to it.
Totally.
So, conservative Texan says, or a lot of shame for who you did. Yeah. So, so yeah, that's going to be our next book after we finish 12 Rules for Life.
Are you still doing? I didn't know you were doing the book. I thought it was chat. Sorry, I totally interrupted then.
No. Tonight is just chat because
Oh, okay.
I'm in no condition to read.
Oh shit! I thought that I totally came in here and did a 30-minute interruption of your book.
No.
Lawrence, you're totally right. Lawrence is right. Addicted to life.
Addicted to life. Yep. Conservative says, I'm not going to get addicted to the smell of gunpowder.
Why, dude? That's a pretty good smell.
Yeah. Latin says, I knew at a very young age I couldn't afford to try any drugs or alcohol. I'm not bright enough in reality. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Latin, you're awesome. Don't ever say things bad about yourself, Latin.
Yeah. So, DC says, my wife is addicted to jewelry, kills me. Yep.
Dude, yeah.
Pizza Dad, I'm addicted to fluorescent lights.
That is strange, man. That's strange.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh. You walk into the bathroom, the fluorescent lights, you look in the mirror and it's like, oh my God, I did not know I had that many wrinkles.
Because he's purple.
Oh, right.
Have you seen this purple guy thing? Oh, he has a video where I bought him a full body purple suit and he went out to the beach and made himself a video. It's pretty interesting.
Nice. That's fun. Yeah, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I will admit it. I'm on TikTok now. And some of the people on there, it's pretty amazing. I mean, there's like a sobriety TikTok, there's a Christian TikTok, there's Gen X TikTok, and then there's also cosplay TikTok. And oh my gosh, those guys are amazing with the makeup that they do and the facial expressions and everything. And one girl, she's going to be in a music video as a result of the TikToks that she's done. And it's just cool. Fabulous.
I'm probably not going to join TikTok, but I mean, it sounds like you're enjoying it, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying whether people should actually. I actually don't recommend it, especially for our crew, because when I first joined, the dopamine hit, I could feel it like somebody was dumping ice water on the top of my head. The dopamine hit was that strong, and I was like, oh, I'm in trouble here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you liked it a lot.
Oh, my gosh. Fed my brain like nothing else, especially with my ADHD. Ooh.
That means, so are you going to get addicted to it? Or so you felt it? You're like, this is hidden, the dopamine. That's like an addictive brain chemical, right?
Well, it can be. And so I've got to be careful. And so I limit my use. And I don't let it get in the way of daily things. It's like I'll use it when it is a good time to use it, but I don't use it to escape from other responsibilities that I have. That was one of the things that I got out of my ketamine trip was as long as I use my powers for good, as long as I use these things for good, then and be careful about it and cognizant about it, then I should be okay. You know?
It sounds like it worked out well for you.
It really did. It really did. So
Pizza Dad. Conservative text in 1845. Since Ginger Billy's TikTok is pretty funny. Not gonna lie. I mean, you guys. I like that you guys are feeling good about being on TikTok. That's awesome. You know, I'm just not gonna. I'm probably not gonna go on there. But also, Pizza Dad says he's gonna end up there doing weight training lessons, and that's an inside joke. And it's not. Well, here's why. So you guys are all familiar with the Angry Viking, right?
I've heard whispers, but
You've heard the name of him. You've heard his name before. Everybody's heard his name. So he doesn't do the Angry Viking thing anymore. He doesn't do, he took a lot of money from people. He asked for a lot of money, and a lot of people paid him money. And he's pretty much abandoned everyone. He's on TikTok now, and he's doing. You can pay him $100 to have him give you a weight training session. And I mean, he's like a money making guy. He doesn't care about anybody. There was a lot of people that thought that he really cared about them, and then some people are like their feelings are hurt, But he's on TikTok now, taking money for getting weight training sessions.
Wow.
So that was the joke that Pizza Dad was saying. He's going to do weight training lessons.
Gotcha. Wow, I didn't realize that's what happened. So. TikTok is another social media app, but the videos are very, very short. They're either 15 seconds or a minute, and that's all you get. But you can do what I didn't mean to click that. You can do these things called duets, which basically is what Survival and I were doing right now. The two of us would be a duet, but Survival would be a pre-recorded video that I would be then responding to or reacting to or things like that. There's also something called a stitch where you take like a little segment of somebody's video and then you respond to it afterwards in your own video. There we go. Hardcore.
Yeah, Logic Rex knows. Logic Rex knows probably more than I do even. But yeah, Pizza Dad made a joke that he's going to go start. And the other day, Fetty was making a joke that he's going to make some like ball sack balm, like balms, because right before Angry Viking decided that he was like going to be done with his grift, he was like, "You guys buy this balm. It's for your nutsack." And people were like going to buy that shit from him, and that didn't work for him. So he I don't know. I think he made a lot of money off of people. Logic Rex knows more than I do, but now he's on TikTok and he's also still on YouTube, and he calls himself the I forget. It's like meme coin god. It's just he jumped ship. Conservative Texan. He definitely jumped ship. So
gosh, grifters.
Yeah,
grifters.
Yep, they're looking for money.
Yep, grifters.
Oh, Pizza Dad Bod is making another joke about the Phoenix social network ad that was. Have you guys ever heard that one where it's like got the guy with the deep voice and he's like, "You can say what the F you want." I know some of you've heard it. It's just, he got everybody pumping his thing and it just didn't work out for him, and he made a lot of money though.
I knew that it was a problem because it was a cult of personality.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a red flag. I wonder how this is going to go, because sometimes a cult of personality can be good. You need a charismatic leader up in front to do things, to draw people in and things like that. But if they're not using their powers for good, it generally blows up, and people get hurt. And
exactly.
That's yeah.
That's something for people to remember too. That's an excellent point, Pam. Like if your intentions are of good, you can go. There's no way you can go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it will never go wrong. It will never go wrong. If your intentions are all good.
Yeah.
But if your intentions are like, let me take advantage of people and make some money.
Right.
Tell them that my intentions are good, but they're really not.
Yeah.
It will go wrong for you. It's a life lesson. I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to that guy. It's going to happen. It's going to come back on him at some point.
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
and that's
I'm not saying it's going to be me.
right. But it's going to be somebody's going to get hurt. You know.
Well, yeah, or there'll be some sort of consequence that'll happen, or maybe it's not a consequence. Maybe just like something unfortunate will happen to him someday, and they'll be like, "Shit, like maybe I got this coming to me because I did these kind of things."
Well,
But I mean, if you're not being a genuine person and you're not looking to exploit anyone else, and your intentions are good, I think we all know there's really no going wrong there.
mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, narcissists, the same sort of thing. They'll put up a front, and it's hard to maintain any sort of facade for longer than 3 months. Usually you have to step back and be your normal self for a little while, and then look at what you were doing and put the facade up again, because we've got 3 types of memory. There's short-term memory. There's long-term memory. That's what most people know about. But then there's a mid-term memory, which lasts about 3 months. And that's why companies do quarterly reports, because people generally forget what they said 3 months ago, even though it's they've been building on the same track. They can't remember where they were 3 months ago. And so the quarterly report reminds everybody, okay, here's where we were, here's where we're heading, here's the direction that we need to go in the future. And when I was working in the LARP community, that's what I noticed, is that people's masks generally slipped right about the 3 month mark. Same thing with narcissists. They can generally only keep up the mask for 3 months, and then their true colors come out, and you go, oh, that's the real you. Okay. So you were playing me this whole time,
Yeah. So here's where I feel bad a little bit.
Okay.
Is I feel bad for the people that really believed in him, and
Absolutely.
there was a lot of people that actually really supported him very heavily monetarily.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I even subscribed to his website for $8 a month, and
wow.
That doesn't break my bank, but
right.
I'd never really spent a whole lot of time over there. It was fun, like really when it was just starting to begin, but I didn't spend a ton of time over there. But for some of the people that really invested in him and thought he was their guy, he was kind of two-faced, big time. Like, I mean, who the user Gator?
Yeah.
You heard Gator, yeah. So he was like one of the guys, and Dale, he totally he really screwed those guys over bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And it breaks my heart, because that'll break people's faith in humanity. You can destroy a person doing that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, he was there. He was a lot of people's hero for a little while, and like he kind of fucked with Gary Lamb a little bit, and then he pulled the plug on all the shit and like kind of said, "Fuck everybody." Yeah. He doesn't care. Oh, yeah. He told everybody that he cared, and then he told everybody he doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Well, so I feel bad for the people that really bought in and like really thought like, "Hey, this is a good cause," because they sold it as a real good cause. Like, we're going to be patriotic Americans. We love the country and this and that. But it was a money making scheme for him. Yeah.
Well, people were changing their usernames for him.
Yep. Everybody was angry something.
Right. And that's what made me step back for a second. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was never angry survival. I mean, right. I just like kind of lurked a little bit, looked and stuff, and some of the things he was saying were legitimate. I mean, some of his opinions are legitimate. I can't take that away from him. Right. But the way that he took money from others without delivering, and kind of knowing that he was running a grift, that's pretty wrong to me. That's why you won't ever see me asking for money from anybody.
Well, that's why
just because people like say they like you and stuff, it doesn't mean you ask them for money.
Right. Well, that was my whole thing. When I broke down and had that emergency, it was like, I hate asking for money. I don't do that. I mean, if you want to give.
Yeah, you never have before.
Yeah. But I was in dire straits, and you guys helped me pay for my ketamine treatment. and I was able to take care of all of that, you know, and have food for my dogs and food for me. I mean, it was a real lifesaver, you know. So I am forever indebted to everybody who gave money to me for that. I mean, you know, but I'm not going to keep asking for it because I'm all right now, you know.
Well, yeah, you know, and you're not forever indebted necessarily, but like, you know, people that
Well,
were kind to give you money, that's coming out of the kindness of their heart.
exactly.
It's not a grip. It's not a
Right,
grip, you know.
right. But I never want it to be. You know, it's one of those
No,
things
it's
where
not going to be a normal thing. It's not going to be like, all right, guys, everybody give me money today. Let's do it
yeah,
again.
no, or like what's her name who was about the funeral for her cat. You know,
Yeah, that lady. Yeah.
and
I ended
changing
up losing. I spent a lot of money on that lady. I thought I was going
right,
to save that cat.
right. Well, and she was, you know, buying into men's desire to be the hero, and that's
Yeah. Well, hey,
she took.
Latin has a good point. Latin has a nice point there.
Oh yeah,
You know, no one is perfect, and human
right.
error, we all let each other down sometimes, but con man is on purpose, and to the masses, it's sad to con. Yeah, you know, she's right.
Yep,
So
yep,
you got to know that everybody that did support him, they had their heart in the right place because they loved their country. This is what he was selling people. He was selling people hope,
yeah,
and his heart. I mean, the people that were supporting, their heart was in the right place. They wanted to support him, but now he's just, after Trump lost, he like pretty much is just dipped out. You know, he's like made a lot of money and whatever. You know, so some people got screwed over a lot more than others, and you know, Gator and Dale got pretty screwed hard because they did a lot of work for him
yeah,
without being paid. They believed in his cause.
right.
I'm kind of it kind of sucks that we haven't seen Gator's Den around a while because when he's not talking politics, he's pretty cool. You know,
Yeah.
pretty fun guy to hang out with. He gets heated and stuff, but he's an entertaining man.
Oh, he's got a wicked sense of humor. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
he's a pretty funny guy. As long as it's not politics, he's just a pretty chill guy. So you know, at this point, I'm just chalking it up to, you know, you guys got to start learning who you're supporting, and if people are asking you for money all the time, like assess that shit. Like, are they going to be your friend for a long time? But like when it comes to an emergency and you recognize it as an emergency, that's totally different.
right. So, and Pizza Dad had a good comment. I wonder how far he would have gone if Trump had won.
Oh
You know,
my god,
right? Isn't that a scary thought?
we'd have a freaking militia going on.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it would have turned into, and you know, a whole camp.
Like, let's do steroids and build our bodies up and get guns.
Get swole.
Let's get swole and buy rifles.
Right. So,
Scare some people.
Michael, can you hold it for a second? I'm gonna go help Mary Lou real quick.
Yeah, I'll just read some comments.
Okay, cool.
Logic Rex, dude, kind of pisses me off how they always claim to be real, bragged about 111% tats and all that BS.
You want to head home now?
Yeah, you know, dude, I just feel bad that like
Yeah.
so many people paid so much money. I didn't pay much money. But the fact that he just took it and ran, but he's not even so ashamed about it that he's still online, and you can still find him on TikTok or on YouTube. So he's kind of shameless. But like Pizza Dad said, karma is a bitch. DC Irish is like, I'd rather stay skinny and honest to myself. Let me keep going through these. I remember one YouTuber said he was a con a few months ago. Yeah, Lawrence, I saw that. You know, a couple guys. There's more than one person that are saying that. There's people that are upset with what he did. But, you know, I mean, I gotta say, like the guy sold it. Like he sold you his personality, and people were buying it. People were paying for it because he was saying the things that you wanted to hear. He was saying, you know, Like we're, this country is American, and he was doing it like he was on the right track. If he had done it without monetizing it, like I think he actually probably could have done a way better job and figured out a way to actually make some real positive change. But he used it to make money. Pizza Dad, I do. I like boobs. Forgot the name. Damn. What are you talking about, Logic? Let's get off the topic of Angry Viking, okay? Let's do something else. What did Pizza Dad said? Who likes boobs? Let's put a 1 in the chat if you like boobs. Can't stop thinking about them beans. All right, if you guys love to see a set of nice titties, just put a 1 in the chat. That's all what I'm asking. Boom. Conservative Texan knows it. DC Irish is like fucking 1,000. Oh, Latin. Danny and Brinkley said no one gets away with anything. Well, I don't know who that is, but I think they're probably right. You really don't get a lot away with much.
All right.
Wait till Pam finds out what we're voting for.
Oh no, what's happening now?
We're putting 1s in the chat if we like boobs.
Oh.
because I gotta stop talking about the other topic. We gotta get off that topic. That's a dead topic now.
I like boobs.
Yeah.
So,
Throw 1 in the chat.
Yep.
Conservative Texan says 2 because they come in a pair.
That's awesome. Lauren says I'm gay, so I'll pass. A lot of gay people like boobs, though.
I think everybody likes them, dude. They have to like feed from them when they're a kid.
Right. So, yeah, Latin. That was my same response. Just to quickly go back, glad they were rude to me. Is why I never listened to it. Yeah, I got burnt by them early on as well. And so I bowed out of it, and I managed to skip a whole lot of damage as a result of it, Some things are blessings in disguise.
Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you like boots.
Or a 2.
Boots. B-O-O-T-S.
Oh, B-O-O-T-S. Okay, 1 in the chat if you like boots.
Because girls love boots. Girls love boots. I don't know what it is. My wife fucking buys like 1 pair every like month.
Yeah, well,
I mean, don't quote me. She probably doesn't really do it, but
right.
It's like she gets a lot of boots. Okay, and I'm like, where are you gonna wear those? You work at home.
Right. They look good.
They do. They really do. They look great.
Yeah, what I always liked them for was dancing. It's ankle support.
You got to highlight DC Irish 1. He's got to tell us about the Florida life, because you know what, this guy, if the only shoe he owns is flip flops, and that's all he wears. That's probably why he freaking rolled his ankle.
Well, that's all I wear, unless the snow is too deep that I have to wear something else. But I mean, I wear flip flops year round, so I'm the flip flop.
Well, you're even in the snow.
Yeah, even in the snow, without socks.
Jeez.
Right. But if the snow is too deep, and I'm going to get my feet wet or something like that, like if it's 5 inches of snow or something like that, then I go to the boots. But, I'll go right back to flip flops the second I don't have to wear those boots, man. Yeah.
I like it when girls wear the boots that go like right up to the knee, but they got like yoga pant things under, whatever they call those, like leggings underneath them.
Yep.
That is a good look. That's a good look.
It is a good look. It's classic. So, conservative.
What do we got going on?
We got to buy Irish some camo Crocs.
Oh God.
He
I don't
says,
think Irish Crocs doesn't. He doesn't rock Crocs.
right? Yeah, same here, Lawrence. If my feet are too hot, I will put them in the snow if we have
God.
snow. Yeah, I have barefoot in the snow, and it's marvelous. It's fantastic. I love it.
Skip right past Latin's comment.
Yeah, not going to go there. But everybody does,
Jesus.
no matter if
No, not everybody.
no, everybody does. Even lesbians, they use fake ones.
Okay.
They use fake ones. But no,
Actually, me and Pizza Dad talked about that a little bit earlier too.
yeah.
About oh my God, I can't get into it. I can't tell you the conversation we had, but
I
we
don't
did.
know if this is a good idea to put this comment up. Pizza Dad Bod says, "You know why Crocs have straps on the back?" No, I do
I
not.
don't know.
I don't know if you want to. If I want to know.
Jeez.
Conservative Texan says, "I don't even want to see the word snow after what happened this year." Yeah, you guys got hammered. Oh my gosh, that was, and nothing was on the news about people helping one another and all the help that neighbors were giving to neighbors, and disabled people having people drive 200 miles so they could get prescriptions for these people. I mean, it
Why
was
was there no coverage of that?
because it didn't fit the narrative.
The narrative.
Yeah, the almighty narrative.
Yes, Latin. I was saying.
Ah,
100% first.
I knew I didn't want to know the answer.
Yeah. Well, who wears Crocs when they're boning down? You guys. Like,
Right.
if you're doing that, there's a problem with you. I'm gonna say
Right.
it right now. You got an issue if you're just boning down with some Crocs on. Okay, get the visual out of your mind right now.
Yeah. The S family.
Don't envision that.
Well, we're going back to the snow in Texas. Conservative Texan says we were pulling people out of the snow. We really came together. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Texas is like. Neighbors helping neighbors. It's very much that type of attitude. Very much like Colorado is once you get outside of Denver or Boulder. Screw those two places. So
DC Irish, dude. I don't know.
That is a good question. How do you
So the thing,
when wearing Crocs?
I think you gotta wear like Nikes before you do it, and then you gotta get the chick, and then after that, after you get her, then
Yeah.
you have to surprise her with the Crocs in bed because they don't come off.
Right. So
Check this out.
yeah,
Check out what I can do.
What are you doing?
Sure. No, I'm gonna smoke some weed, but I was like saying, check what I can do. I can put Crocs on. They got straps on the back, so
Gotcha. Yeah.
get a good look, ladies.
All right.
I gotta mute up somehow. I'm gonna smoke a bowl. Okay, I'm gonna mute.
There we go. You're muted. You're good. DC says if she ain't barefoot, I don't want her. Well, sometimes keeping the heels on is, and socks. Sometimes socks is a good idea. So, but I don't want to get into that on my channel. This is a nice, healthy Christian channel. We want to keep it that way, although we pretty much diverged from that tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry. See, I got it all out of control. As soon as you left with Mary Lou, I was like, who likes boobs? So, I mean, it wasn't going to get that risque or nothing, but now people are just going there. So, what else are we talking about?
Well, what do you think about the book club? Like, what things have you learned from going through the book?
Well, from the 12 Steps of Life, I think it's called, from Jordan Peterson.
For life, yeah. 12 rules. 12 steps is something else.
Okay, yeah, 12, yeah, you're right. From so far, from what I've learned, is like, I suppose I can say I've learned that I'm not much different from other people.
Yes.
And I think a lot like others. I agree with a lot of the things. And I can just see some reality in some of it. And I don't know. I've learned some of that, so I'm glad that you're sharing it. I've learned that I like spending time with like-minded people.
Yeah. 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 The family is good. You
What
know.
have you learned from it?
Um, a whole lot of things. You know, like um, yeah, doing the little things like cleaning up your room. You know, taking care of small things can lead to big outcomes. Can lead to huge changes in my um, mental outlook. You know, if I want to take care of myself, I also need to take care of the space that I'm living in. You know, if my room if my room is a hellhole, then I'm a denizen in hell. To quote Jordan, you know, well,
Hmm.
get yourself out of hell, clean it up. You know, and it's little things that I would like to think are inconsequential are not as inconsequential as I would like to think. You know, uh,
Yeah, absolutely. I understand that. I mean, we could challenge the Pam fam in the chat to put some of the things that they've learned from. I know there's some people that probably haven't been regulars that have listened right now, but some of them are. And so if you guys have learned anything, like just do it. It'll mean a lot if you put like a little what you learned from the book so far
right?
in the chat. That would be nice.
Yeah, yeah. Put it in the chat.
And Lawrence says, "Well, I can say is if it were not for Angry Viking, we would not have met each other." Well, that may be right.
Yeah, and good things can come from bad situations. I mean that's one of the things that you know is a truism, and yeah, absolutely. You know, it's like Gary Lamb, Angry Viking. I actually met both of them separately, but then when I figured out that they were both part of the same sort of circle, I was like, oh, cool. Here's a friend circle of two different interests that collided, and then I met you guys, and you know, yeah, I would not have a channel today if that stuff didn't happen. So it's one of those things where, oh, Texas is leaving. So good night.
Oh, Texans out. All right. Well, hey, Texan, you have a good night, man. Good
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
We'll see you next time, man.
yeah, yeah,
Hope you have
yeah.
a good one.
Take care.
And so, like DC says, he's been listening to all of them. He's still working it over his mind, But I think that inherently, he probably already knows a lot of these life lessons. He could probably write the book himself. I would imagine by now.
Well,
But
some
and he probably should write a book.
yeah, some of it is stuff that we already know, but it's verbalized in such a way that
Yeah, and
it
you can appreciate it.
yeah, and then also to appreciate that this stuff it goes to the core of our psychology, and it goes to the core of evolution and neurology. I mean, the way that Peterson ties this to absolutely everything, it's like, oh, that's why it's so important. That this is absolutely fundamental to human psychology is just, you know, mind blowing. It's not just me. It's not just my little quirks or whatever. This is what being human is like. So.
Yeah,
Uh,
and Pizza Dad's making jokes. He's like, "This is how we all met." But
yeah, but I mean,
I mean, yeah, for me, the way I met you guys was, I mean, I don't think I ever even heard of Angry Viking at all. I don't. I think that Tim Pool
mm-hmm,
did a segment on Gary Lamb, and I was
yep,
like, "Let me find out who this Gary guy is."
right,
And so
right,
I went and looked at Gary, and I was like, "All right, I'll subscribe up to Gary.
right,
Seems like
exactly,
a good dude." And then I started seeing like Hood Conservative
yep,
and Proof of Predators Grove. And
yep,
then I started I remember like back I was like commenting, like somebody's comments. I'm like, why is every username in here like
angry, yeah,
uh, angry? And I was like, I'm confused. And like somebody tried to tell me like it's the Angry Viking, and I'm like, well, who is he? And like I never really cared that much, really.
mm-hmm,
I'm like, I don't really care what you guys are up to so much. But then after I met everybody and like met like Gary and Hood Conservative and Joey,
yep,
I'm like, okay, you guys were just like, and then I saw you were very opinionated in chats and things, and I was like, okay, I like these opinions, like I agree with these ones, because
Yep.
some people aren't, they'll just like make generic comments,
Right.
but
Right.
then when somebody's got something to say, I'm like, okay, I like this, and
Yeah.
so that's how I met you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I met most people through Gary. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and DC came up through like, well, he knows Fetty and the prison genre.
yep. Yep.
Well, I don't know how we met Logic Rex.
So
That bum. I'm just kidding. Logic. Logic should come out. Dude.
yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen Logic up in a long time, but it may be a job thing. It may be for work. So he might not.
Yeah, I probably. He's always got a reason. It's always, if he had the free time, he would definitely come up.
Yeah.
But it's
Exactly.
usually like he's got something going, which is totally understandable.
Oh.
Never hating on Rex, dude. Rex is my boy.
Oh yeah. Rex is awesome. Shaman says, I came from Hood Conservative first, found Gary Lamb second, saw they tied together. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I miss my kid named Latin Patriot, but everybody seems to call me Latin now, so I miss comments if I don't do it this way instead.
You could always make your name Latin Patriot again. You could just do it. Like,
Yep, but
we're
I mean,
calling you Latin because your username is literally Latin.
well, survival, that's how you shortened your name, is that everybody was having trouble typing out survival goes out of style 19
That's
whatever.
true.
So,
It was so long, but I never planned on doing live streams. So
right,
um,
right.
it's it's funny that it worked that way. And now people call me Survival, and that was never like the intended name that I wanted to have. Like I didn't want to be called that.
Right?
But since my account was called Survival whenever it was out of style in 1983 or something, then like people started just abbreviating it. They're like, we don't want to type this out. We're just going to call you Survival. And then I just adapted the name. I'm like, fine, I guess I'm Survival now. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So Justice.
Just gotta own it.
Yep.
What's
Yep.
Justice saying? What is it? Tell him to get into the YouTube.
Yeah. I'm telling him. And Hot Springs taking a break from reality.
I see that. I'm gonna text him too.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the group message that I sent. So, he seriously needs to take a break. We were worried about him for a hot minute. Because it was.
Yeah. Well, he's a young man, and he's got some he's got
family stuff,
he's got some
stuff.
Not only family stuff. He's got things that like. There he is. Let's see. Oh, what's up, dude?
So.
Yo, we got Justice.
Yeah, Justice is in the house. DC says, I'm just glad to meet great people with a close mindset of myself, and I truly appreciate y'all. Amen. That's
See, that's where we're at. That's where we're at with everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I want.
There's not a huge agenda here, okay? There's not a huge agenda. There's just, we're just trying to meet friendly, normal people
and
that we can have fun with.
And trying to make the world better,
Yeah, that may be the agenda. That will be a little small part of what we can do, is just putting a piece of normal life back into the world where you can just have fun and be nice. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Well put, Survival. Well put. Justice says, what up, fam?
Dude, we're just talking it out.
Yeah, just hanging out, having a good old time, talking about, things that we're learning, things that have gone down, things that, we want to see going forward. This is just a little powwow of the Pam fam.
Yeah. Like, Justice doesn't even know what it's like before internet. So this is kind of like the closest way you can get to be like hanging out with some people who are just chilling before the internet, because this is the way we used to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Gen X TikTok. I mean, we're all talking about how, we remember before the internet, and all these kids
Yeah,
are talking about all that stuff, and all they've ever known is the internet, and it's kind of weird to us.
it is.
So
Yeah, I'll be just riding my bike over. Like, what do you guys want to talk about? Some stuff today? Let me ride my bike over there.
yeah, and just hanging out in somebody's living room or somebody's basement for hours on.
Backyard or
Yeah,
the woods.
yeah, just shooting our mouths off.
So we
So
build a fort in the woods, boys. It's just but I'm glad Justice is here.
yeah, the old saying, don't talk about religion and politics with friends, seems like it's welcome in the chat so far, except for examples. Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the thing, is that, religion and politics, we're trying to put a non-confrontational spin on it. Pizza Dad was not, a Trump supporter or anything like that.
Yeah.
Beginning, so it's, everything that we're trying,
So yeah,
is
for me,
for people and
yeah,
pagers.
Cam, you put it.
Yep.
So to address Latin patriots, um, her comment, like the old saying,
Yep.
I was on other websites and with my opinions, and you guys all, I think everybody here pretty much knows me like pretty good at this point. I'm like pretty even keeled. I don't get too worked up or nothing, but I guess it's a far left website called Imager, and I was trying to voice some of my opinions, and I was being called like Nazi and racist a lot, even though I'm not in
Yeah.
any way, shape, or form close to that.
Right.
And I got tired of that. So I'm like, well, if I put my face up here, then maybe they'll listen to me closer. That I'm not like a hateful guy that hates anybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Pizza Dad doesn't vote the way that I vote, but he's my family, and he's literally my cousin. So I can't
Right.
write the guy off because I'm like, so I have to work that through my mind. I'm like, okay, well, we got guys that think a little different than me. I still love him. I still like him.
Exactly.
He's got different ideas than I do, and that is totally fine with me. It's
Yeah.
when the thing is that Pizza Dad has never ever come down on me like you're a fucking Nazi, you're a racist, you're a fucking piece of shit, deplorable. You're deplorable. He's never
Right.
done that to me. But there are people that will do that, and so I don't. I'm not. I can't just. I can't send Pizza Dad away because he's my family, and he's never done me wrong. So my
Right.
point is I kind of treat, if people are voting different, I treat them as if they are my family. Like, I'll give them the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt. Like maybe you have your reasons, okay, and your reasons could be totally fine. And
Yep.
if you wanted to know my reasons, I'll tell you. But I don't really want to waste time talking about politics with too many people anymore. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to be right back. So I'm going to my mic and see if you still talk. So go ahead and talk.
I'll just read all the comments. I'm good at talking right now. DC Irish is just chatting it up with Justice. I was kind of a dickhead to Justice on the phone the other night. I was totally drunk, and he was texting me, and he was like going through some things, and I was just kind of like short and kind of an asshole to him. But so I apologize for that, Justice. But we're still cool, man.
So could you all hear survival when I muted my mic? Because I'm going to need to mute my mic this time.
Just go mute it, go do your thing, and I'll just hold down.
All right.
I'm just gonna read comments, you guys. So put them in and just start commenting some stuff, you guys. I don't want to do votes in the chat again because I screwed that up last time. Yeah, Latin's getting it. Yeah, so I agree, I think, with that one. Irish, I'm gonna pack a big bowl. Dude, do it, man. Get all chilled out and feel good and just relax and know that you're chill in the world that you live in. Justice Cat. Is it Caton or Caton? I don't know. DC Irish is already voting on nothing. Oh my god, this is funny. What should we vote on, guys? Put something to vote on. Something versus something. Like, give me an idea, or else I'll do it. Yeah, just as a guy, he's cool. It's cool as fuck. Latin, come on. What should we vote on this time? How about are you having fun? We could put one in the chat if you're having fun, or are you Are you even entertained? I suppose we could do. You could. DC Irish is totally entertained. He's just sticking around. What did Pam say she was doing? Even like we could vote for something like that. I don't know. Shaman, Lawrence, you guys are having fun. You guys, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm just talking my stupid ass off. I don't know what the fuck I'm even talking about. I'm just rambling to keep it going, so there's audio in your ears. It's not dead noise. DC Irish says, "Okay, Pam's back. Good, thank God." So everybody put a one in the chat because they said that they are being entertained here.
Oh, cool! That's awesome. Love it. Squidward versus Kool-Aid Man. Who would win? Oh, it's Mantis in the house.
Freaking lurking violin Mantis just pops right in.
That's it should be lurking Mantis.
It should totally be lurking Mantis.
You got to change your name now, Mantis.
No, she only does it to like actual real insects. So like the wandering violin mantis is a real insect.
Oh,
she's like she's gonna have to like find a new one. But if lurking mantis is one, that would be preferable.
Yep. So. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. The thing that I love is that, out of all this struggle that we've gone through with the politics, with the, not just big politics, but little politics, like interpersonal politics, like that. Through all of this, we have come out, and we have come out stronger than we were in the beginning, and more of a family than we were in the beginning, and more supportive of one another. I mean, I have never ever given my phone number out to people that I met on the internet, except for you guys. You guys are the exception to that, and so
well, we kind of prove our realness over time.
Exactly.
You're not just gonna give it out like, "Hey guys, here's my phone number. I don't know who you are."
Right.
Like if you're visiting and chatting for like a week or two at a time, you're like, all right, I've kind of figured this person's personality out. I think I'll probably, I'm okay with sharing a phone number with this person. But nobody willy-nilly shares nothing.
Right, exactly. Not in this day and age.
Florence, I'm not sure, man. Think, well, both of them are grown men, so I don't think either one of them are mad at each other. I don't know that they're buddies anymore, but I don't think that they're like beefing or nothing. Yeah, DC Irish one, dude. I'm just gonna make it public. I'm just kidding, dude. I'll never do that.
Doxing people and everything, but I mean, like
I would never do that.
Right?
God. People are weird. Some people are weird. They got like these weird agendas and shit. And they're like, I don't know. I hope you guys. I think you guys like know where I live and shit. Like I've walked around my house. If you watched like some of my videos, probably like pause it on some point and find my address. I don't know. I'm not even that worried about it.
Right.
I'm not in the business. I'm not in the business of gaining haters.
Yeah. But the problem is that it's public, and so some rando out there may decide.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but I mean, like I remember we were talking about this with the Gen X crew on TikTok about how we used to just hand out, age, sex, location, and information like that, and nobody does that anymore. It's like that's kind of creepy to ask that stuff, and that was just common. That's what you did when you entered into the chat was ASL.
I
So,
remember a little bit about that. Yeah, like because you don't want to be talking to some kid, or you want to know who you're dealing with.
yep.
And so we kind of replaced that with like face.
Yeah, exactly. I've
And now
listened to
you can
Tommy
see.
for years, Lawrence. Tommy is awesome. He is legit. Yeah.
Freaking Irish. So I never even spent any time on the internet until about a year ago.
Oh
The
wow.
only time I was ever on the internet was for like information, mostly for my job or maybe for music. I didn't do any social networks at all. I didn't. I mean, I
Wow.
did Facebook for a very little while. It didn't. I wasn't impressed. I didn't care. I didn't
See,
do
I remember
MySpace.
BB before the internet. Before there was an internet, we had bulletin board systems that you dialed into. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Gen X knows.
Oh yeah, we do. I had a friend back in the day who could mimic the sound of the handshake of a modem so that if the server ever went down, he would actually answer the phone and he would talk to the computer. He could do the whole thing, and it was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that was that. I mean, we roughed through the tough times.
Yep. Yep.
The dial up internet.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
Well,
hard.
you guys are like 10 years older than me though, so like I just got the tail end of that.
Yep. Yeah, you
And
did.
I never got it. I never got into the internet really until I was like 36 or something,
Wow.
or 35. Like I was just the whole time I was grinding, just working, grinding through real life. I was totally disconnected from the internet, and it was good. It was like the way I grew up.
Yeah, no, the life was good like that. I miss it. So
And so I'm just bringing my good vibes that I still have. Like I'm still a pretty happy guy. And I'm just bringing it up. Age, sex, location. I'm just a freaking dude in Washington. I'm 37. Irish, to answer your point or your question.
yeah, MySpace. Oh yeah, I remember MySpace. Yeah.
I never did it. My wife did it. Like,
How many people have heard of LiveJournal? You
I
know?
don't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, obviously you wouldn't if you weren't into the social networking, but that was one of
Never.
the original, that was back when Twitter was just used to connect with your friends before Twitter went on the web. I remember when Twitter switched from just being group texts to being on the web.
So
And
you're an OG. You're OG, basically, is what you're saying.
oh, hella OG, hella OG.
Straight OG nerd bang is what
Mhm,
Pizza Dad says.
Yeah, nerd trap right here.
Oh yeah.
So, 48 in July. Happy birthday. We can do a birthday stream for you. That's awesome.
Dude, I'm gonna be 38 in July on the 1st.
No kidding.
So me and DC Irish are exactly 10 years apart,
Oh, wow.
which is cool,
Yeah.
Pizza Dad says old G. Pizza Dad's feeling old. I think he needs testosterone. I think he should get some testosterone treatment, honestly.
Right.
I probably need some too. We're getting too feeling old now.
I actually I look forward to being. I've always looked up to the older generations and gone, wow, what have you guys lived through? What wisdom do you have that you consider just things that people should know that are complete and wondrous occurrences to me? Like Mary Lou, she got into nursing before you needed to go to nursing school. You just became a nurse and were trained on the job. That's what she remembers, being a nurse in the early 60s and stuff like that. And it's like, whoa, I can't even imagine.
That's a good way to look at it, though. Like looking for wisdom is. I hope it's not a freaking like a thing of the past, because that's the only way I've ever survived in my trade. Is I've got guidance from people that are older and more wise and more experienced and everything.
Yep.
My entire life. So again, as soon as you learn that, it's kind of becomes a way of life where you ask questions, you learn things from people that know more than you,
Yeah.
and then you become after 4 years in the electrical trade, you become what's called a journeyman,
Yep.
and then you're expected to teach the kid underneath you for
Yep.
4 years, like what you know.
Yeah.
And like you just teach the guy, and it's a cycle. And then the guy, that guy, you raise him up, you get him on his feet in life, that he's got a skill under his belt, and then
Yeah.
it's his turn to teach the guy under him. And that's just kind of the way it goes. So, I see teachers that are like, I don't want to go back to work now. The teachers union is like fighting going back to work, but there's still guys in trades that they don't have any choice. They don't have some have a union, but some of them don't. And they're going to work every day doing all this hard work that is necessary. People need these trades. Things happen all the time. You can't live without them. And the whole time there's somebody there being trained.
Yep.
They're usually young in their 20s. But what these guys that are training them don't realize is that they are actually a teacher. I mean, they're calling them a journeyman. They're more qualified of a teacher to give a skill in life than a teacher in high school is to.
Hell yeah. Exactly. Straight up.
End of rant.
Shaman says, respect the giants that came before us. Amen. There you go. And then Latin says, so you don't accidentally kill each other at work. That's very true.
Yeah, you don't want to. You got to. Who's Martin James?
I have no idea. There could be a link to join in, but I don't recognize your username. So.
Well, they're here. So hello, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
We're just doing some small talk chat. Like we're just anything that comes up, we're just chatting it out.
Yep.
Pizza Dad Bod says he learned from nature, which is a good point.
Yeah.
There is a ton you can learn from spending time in nature.
Mistress.
I mean, I don't know. We grew up a different way, me and Pizza, and you might. So we grew up in the country, like countryside, not actually.
Lovely.
So there's certain times when you just escape to the woods by yourself. You just go into the woods all alone, and you spend time out there. And I don't know that everybody has that.
No,
I don't have that.
I did. So rainforest boys. There you go.
Temperate rainforest.
You're right. But
well, you used to live up here, so you know all about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I've been at the point. What is it, Cape Flattery? That's up there.
Is that where? Is that near like Port Angeles or Port Hadlock or something?
No, it's the furthest northwest point of the continent.
Oh yeah.
United States. Yeah. So out where
that would be there's a lake up there that's up there. I forget what it is, but I know exactly what you're talking. That's remote. That's definitely remote, and that's some rainforest. It's an untouched, I don't even know the word for it. It's really pristine land up there. There's just roads, and you can see the untouched forest and the untouched lakes and beach water. There's actually hieroglyphics in some caves that are up there that are totally untouched too. Like Native American hieroglyphics.
I would like to see pictures of those.
You can only see them, or you can only if you're in person, you can see them if the tide. You have to time it because you have to go out when the tide is out. You have to make your march. You got to hike pretty quick, get to the caves, and see the hieroglyphics, and then you have to get back before the tide comes in. Otherwise, you're basically going to drown.
Oh yeah, no, those caves are no joke out there. So, Martin, no offense, but because we don't know you, and because you just came across this stream and everything like that, I'm gonna ask you to hang out for a little while so we can get to know you and everything like that.
DC Irish should just ask Martin ASL. Let's get back to basics here. What's age, sex, location, Martin? Let's do it. Come on, drop it down.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But welcome. And this is the Pam Fam. And usually we do a book club on Thursday night, and then we do a Bible study on Saturday night. So if you'd like to hang out for a little while and get to know us, and then eventually, if we can, figure out that you're cool and legit, we'll definitely bring you up. So
We're just fun, like Gen Xers. We're just being dorks on the internet, being fun, being friendly.
Justice
Yeah,
is
Justice. He's a Gen Zer. Yeah, he's made friends and he's respected here.
Yep.
So
Logic asked if I'm going to do 12 rules tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday is my day off. But next week we'll be doing more 12 rules. And then Saturday we're continuing with the biblical series, the Jordan Peterson biblical series. So ASL brings back memories. Sure it does, Logic.
Oh, we got a millennial up in here. Logic Rex, you dirty the millennial.
Right?
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm like right on the cusp. I could either go millennial or Gen X. I'm right there on the very end of it.
What they call them? Zillennials. You're a zillennial.
Oh God, I don't care. I don't want any labels, you guys. I'm just a person in the world.
Yeah. Wandering Man just says insect.
She's a real insect, you guys. But she used to be an alien, so we'll see. Yep. You never know. She's very Wandering Violin Mantis is very unpredictable. She can be an insect, an alien. You just never know.
She's just awesome, is what she is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
You're a Gen Zer, dude. You're gonna do some little TikTok dances for us, Rex.
There you go. Justice says, I just exist for the greater good. I don't want to be in an underlined box. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's very much Gen X.
We're just people.
Yeah, we're just people. Don't stick your labels on me.
Yeah, DC Irish wants to be called a beach bum, and that's respectable.
Respect, totally. So
you guys know the whole labeling people is like a Marxist idea, right? Like to pose other groups against other groups. Yeah. And like America has been pretty cool about just like labeling people Americans for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And it's worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
We're just American people.
Right.
And like other people are just maybe you're a little more interesting than they're American. You never know. Whatever. But putting labels and doing class war, like label. If you're gonna do class systems, you can't do it with these labels. It's not working out right now. I don't like it.
Yeah. Shaman is correct that Gen X label was started as a marketing term to deal with demographics. So yeah.
Yeah, and now they're using it to label. They're using labels on people. It's a Marxist idea.
Yeah.
To like label race, class, what age, skin color.
Yep.
Anything you could put in a label. If you're a liberal or conservative, they're using these labels to like divide people because they want class systems. It's not a system that works out.
Well, and it goes further with marketing and computers and, data tracking and all that kind of stuff. They're trying to figure people out so they know how to get their money. That's what marketing is all about. So,
well, Martin James doesn't seem, they're not interested, but that's fine. That's okay.
Cool. Yeah. Peace out, man. Take care. Have a good night. So you should change your title. It's misleading. No, it's not. The people who
That's okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
You don't have to say, it's whatever. You make your title whatever you want. Mislead it or not. We don't care.
Yep, it might be misleading to other people, but the people who are in the know, they know. So it's all good.
Lawrence. I see your comment, Lawrence.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Logic says I go with the label Rainbow Unicorn Latinx Latin
Jesus.
writing on a
Oh,
cloud
sorry.
with an AR-15 shooting rainbows into the tooth. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, well, as long as you're here hanging out and being a cool guy, then you're like a welcome dude, you know? You're a welcome person. All your labels. As long as you're cool.
Oh, Irish is leaving. So
Oh,
good.
Irish, you gotta dip out.
Yeah.
Later, dude.
So
Later, Irish.
and then we wanted to get to Lawrence's comment. Survival sometimes. Go to my twin brothers, JW. Yep.
SJW 9000 and Lawrence have a very similar style. They both have shaved heads with like pretty groomed beards, and so that's why you call them his twin. But Lawrence is a lot more of a traditional conservative um, than SJW 9000, who is pretty far left. But they look alike, and I know why he says he's a twin. That's kind of funny. So I get the joke.
Yeah. The good twin and the evil twin. Who's who?
Yeah, it's totally like that. It's just like the left and the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
Justice, you can be whatever you want, dude.
with Abram saying for arms. Oh my gosh. I used to listen to this group. I can't remember their name, but it was the guy who's part of the Game Grumps now. Sharks with lasers fighting dinosaurs. He's got a song like that. It's absolutely hilarious. So Amanda says Lawrence is most definitely the more attractive. Just saying.
Well, that's very kind, Wandering Mantis.
Yeah. There you go, Lawrence. The left twin and the right twin. You're the right twin.
Yeah, seriously, left train, right train.
Oh man.
Well, what do we got going on here, guys? So we disappointed freaking Martin for whatever reason, but like, what else? What else we got going on here? Sharknado. Like, what's going on?
Sharknado.
That was such a crappy movie. Like, why did they even do that?
Because they could. You know.
They had like washed up. What's the girl that was the actress in there? She's like totally washed up.
I have no idea. I didn't see it.
I watched it for like 5 minutes and it's retarded. I'm like, I can't see this. This is so stupid.
Some of those B movies are, you go back in 10 years though, and you're like, this is hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I bet it is.
Yeah. So.
Pizza. What does that even mean, dude?
I have no idea.
Crypto punk haircut. Well, you know, I'm a little bit envious of Pizza Dad Bod's hair.
Oh.
Like he's got it all up on the top, thick, good curls. He's got the best curls.
Oh.
And I can't even grow hair out of my head.
Oh my God.
It's just not on the top. I can grow really great lengths of hair out of the side of my head.
Yep.
That's not a good look.
No, it's not. Unless you don't want the comb over.
Are you there?
Me?
Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh
Are
my
you?
goodness.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So,
I can't hear Pam. I don't know what happened.
All right. Did I drop out? Hello?
Big curls. Can you guys hear me? Am I losing connection?
Yeah, they can hear you. There we go.
Can you guys hear Pam? I can't hear Pam for whatever reason. What the heck?
Weird.
What happened? I'm going to close out, you guys, and come back, okay?
Sounds good. Oh, man. Technical difficulties. But we'll get through. So, yeah, I could hear him. You guys could hear me. He just couldn't hear me. So, I wonder if he needs the link again. Let's see. No, invite. Copy to clipboard. All right. So There we go. Yeah, and then if anybody else wants to come up too, you're welcome to. I don't know how long. There we go. Can you hear me
I
now?
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, Latin's taken off.
Oh, hey, Latin, have a good night.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? SJWs and like Lawrence looking just like the
We
guy?
were talking about and the gorgeous curls that you want to have that you envy from Pizza Dad.
Pizza Dad's curls. He's got the
Yep.
best curls, you guys.
Yep.
And I don't have those. And
Right.
he's like 3 inches taller than me. Just, it's envious all around, right?
Ooh.
He doesn't know that, though.
Well, he knows it now.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I had big curls and be a baller.
There you go. Justice, I'm literally just about to start filming my thoughts because I'm at a loss for determination on topics. I just want to share what's in my head. Hey, man, do it, you know? And
I don't understand why you haven't done it already.
Right?
We've been encouraging you to do it. Like, you should be doing these things.
Oh, Lawrence had one of his dreams.
Oh, yeah.
He had a dream of Pizza Dad bod filming himself rolling in the mud wearing a suit and tie. And Pizza Dad bod says, I will do that.
Just go buy a suit and tie from somewhere and put it on, roll in the mud.
Goodwill. You can get a cheap suit and tie at Goodwill and, you know, wait for the tide to go out and roll around in the tidal mud. So,
Jesus.
Yep. Manta says, sure, Justice, even dreams are fascinating. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jinx, Lawrence. Lawrence the Oracle. Yes. Yes, definitely. So.
You guys are really like, you guys got the hype going here.
He's going to do the worm. Oh, great.
So Justice says he's going to, let me see what he says. I'm gonna do that panel we talked about. I'm just gonna run with what's been in my head until it'll have more message if we don't script it. Yeah, man. I mean, you should totally outline it though for yourself before you go live because it's a lot. It'll go a lot easier for you. I mean, it sucks when you go live without a topic. I mean, take it from me. Just I'll look like an idiot, and it sucks.
Oh, no, you don't look like an idiot. It's just fun. You wander all over the place with all sorts of different ideas, you know. It depends on whether you want to stay on rails or, you know, if you don't mind things going off the rails. You know?
Yeah. But I'm just giving Justice just a heads up, like,
oh, sure.
You know, it's not that easy to like bounce around on topics. Like if you're not used to being in front of public people or whatever.
Yeah.
It's good to have your notes, have some notes to go off of.
Yeah.
Unless you're versed in just freestyling.
Right.
Which not everybody is.
True. I used to do radio back in college. So, you know, that's kind of where I got, and even before that, you know, speech, drama, and debate in high school. You know, so I've been doing freestyling and stuff like that for a long time.
It comes natural to you, I think, or at least you're trained in it. So it definitely does come natural.
A little bit of both. Good. Sorry about that, guys.
You got a lawsuit coming. I just blew my eardrum out.
Sorry about that.
I'm kidding. No, but that's just like, you know, something. So to think about if Justice is if he's gonna do a production and he wants to make it, if he wants to make a channel that people want to watch, you know, you got to have your ducks in a row and have an idea you want to talk about. Like you guys saw how I kind of started mine, like real easy. You guys saw how Pam started hers. She's got topics and she sticks to the topic, and you've seen how I have certain topics and I stick to, but when I do these like just hanging out lives, it's really hard. So I would say not to do that. The first one, like try to
Right.
have a good topic.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Starting straight out the gate, you can really kind of get, what do I talk about next? Sort of feeling going on.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you have a topic, then you can stick to it and you won't feel compelled to like have to entertain the people that are there, because if you come up with if you just show up online and you're like, hey guys, I'm here, which I've done before, and then I've totally bombed and like failed, choked, like I don't know what to talk
Understandable.
about, and then I'm just on the camera. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to talk about, guys, I gotta go.
Yeah.
It sucks, and that's just my bit of advice. I'm just saying it justice in public.
Yeah. No, fair enough. So yeah, I'm jealous that Justice is at the hot springs right now.
Me too.
I could bubbly water, warm bubbly water to sit in. Oh, I could so use that. So
We had Hillbilly Patriot on last night. He was taking a bath.
taking a bath and online? Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. He really wasn't. He wasn't taking a bath. He was in his hot tub, and it was cool because he kind of wanted to show off that he bought a new hot tub. Which I would never do that, but I might take pictures of it and be like, "Hey guys, I bought a hot tub," but I wouldn't get in it and show myself in it. But that's you guys all know Hillbilly. He's his own man. That's what he's doing.
Yep, that's what he do. That's what he
And
do.
I was kind of teasing him about like, "Hey dude, are you taking a bath right now?" And like, he was laughing about it.
Right.
So I'm not taking a damn bath. Survival. I'm soaking in the tub. I'm like, all right.
Okay, technicality. Bubble.
Yeah, he was in the hot tub, which was, it was cool. I was glad that he came on. I really like him, so I really like all you guys.
Yeah.
We should do a little roll call for everybody that's here. Shaman, Justice, Lawrence, Wandering, Pizza, Logic, Justice again, Pizza. You guys are all awesome. We're all so glad you're here.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I almost want to do like a get together, like figure out some time in the summer for everybody to come and hang out in person. Like
that's what Justice wants to do. He's not far from you either.
Yeah. Well, you're not that far. You can do. I've done this driving a day from my area to Seattle. It's all, but you can do it.
What would we do when we get there? I would just be drinking tons of beer.
Exactly. We would reserve some place up in the mountains where we could all hang out, have campfires, just eat, drink, go hiking, that kind of thing.
We could live, laugh, love.
There you go.
I'm just like interesting it up. No, these are all things that people have been talking about for a year or two, trying to get some meetups going. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep.
But I mean, it's a good thought. It's a good thought, and it's a good thing to aspire to like meet your friends and things. Exactly. It doesn't always work out.
Of course it doesn't always work out, because I mean, different schedules and different things, and people can't get time off or can't afford to travel or stuff like that. You will get one later, free. You gotta wait. Hey, Justice is up for the drive. Nature.
Well, he'll probably be. Yeah, he lives there.
Yeah.
Wait, you're in Colorado or Montana?
I'm in Colorado.
These boys are in Montana. Yeah, they're in Montana.
They're Montana boys. So, not far at all. And I mean, there's lots of nice Airbnbs that you can get out in the mountains. Great little cities where they have little festivals and stuff like that, especially all through the summertime. So yeah. I mean, I know who's the other one? Conservative Bear wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, he's over in Colorado. And, these things take a long time to plan out. They really do. They take a long time to get all the technicalities.
Yep.
So, you're just planting a seed. It's cool. The dream is good. To want to meet up with your friends and stuff. I mean, it's good.
So like,
I've been let down before, with things like that.
yeah. Oh, totally, totally. So yeah, I would want to organize it formally and, get everything squared away and, make sure everybody can have enough time to save up and things like that. So maybe like next summer, next July, have everybody just get together and hang out. And yeah, it'd be a good old time. So, hey, no, you're bothering the hell out of me. Get down.
You got some dog action going on.
Oh yeah, the dachshund. She's bugging me. She wants a TREAT, but it is not time yet. So, uh, Lawrence the Savior is just about 2 hours from you. Yep. Flathead Lake. Oh, also planning Colorado in July. Awesome. Yeah, if you have time, you should, stop by, say hi. So more fun. That is a rainbow gathering. Yep. Oh, I've been to a few of those. They are interesting. That's for sure. That's what's the one that's out in the desert? Burning Man. Burning Man. Yeah, is another one but I don't like hanging out in the desert. It's too damn hot. I can't do heat anymore, man. I'll just, be hives everywhere. So, but I had friends that went to Burning Man and there was a whole crew out in Seattle, out in, what's the neighborhood that starts with an F?
Fremont?
Yeah, Fremont. They have a whole group out there that does like a Burning Man presentation and everything. So
yeah, they're pretty hippie-ish people over there.
Oh yeah, hella hippie. Lawrence says my niece goes to Burning Man and he could not do the desert. Yeah, I'm with you. So,
if I was gonna go to Burning Man, I would take like a bunch of product to sell because people get wasted and just buy stuff.
Oh yeah, and
I just set up a tent and be like, buy this crap, you guys. And they do it.
Well, people making ice runs, they make a ton of money selling bags of ice if they're able.
Well, you're in the desert.
Yeah. So
you could sell. You could go there with tents, like like the cheapest like pop-up tent, and just sell pop-up tents and be like, you gotta buy a tent for $100, and they're like, you bought it for 20.
Yep.
On Amazon, they'd buy it. They'd be like, yeah, there's too much sun, I need shade, and they'd buy it from you. That's kind of where my mind goes anymore because I don't go there to party. I'm not going there to meet women or anything. I'll be there to make money if I was ever going to go to Burning Man.
Right? Oh my gosh, too much.
That's where my mind goes. I'm like, I don't want to go there to watch the artistic music. I don't really care about the new generation's artistic music at all.
Right.
Pretty disconnected from that. So I'd just be like, well, you guys pay me some money and you can have some shade and go listen to your stupid music.
All right. Lawrence has got a question. What's a rainbow gathering?
I don't know.
Do you know?
That's shaman.
No, I've been to them. Rainbow gathering.
What is it?
It's a giant gathering that they have, and it's very word of mouth, and people find out last minute. You know what state it's going to be in, but you don't know where until like the very end. And it started out as a whole bunch of people gathering to do like sort of movements for getting people out of jail on pot charges and things like that. I don't know how much normal is involved in it, but I know that they're present there, and so it's a lot of gathering in the woods in the middle of nowhere, doing drugs, hanging out, having a good time, drum circles, things like that. It was Burning Man before Burning Man was around,
Do you remember the green tortoise?
No.
That was a thing in Washington back in the day. My dad told me about it. But,
okay.
Yeah, I'm like totally like not. I'm not very hippie-ish, you guys. Like I'm like slightly hippie-ish.
Yeah.
Dad's much more hippie than I am. I'm like pretty straight. Like I don't know. I know how it goes because I grew up that way, but I'm just not that way that much anymore.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been to drum circles. I can hang out with. I can hang out with anybody, you guys.
Right. Right. Right.
And I would feel comfortable. I would feel comfortable with the people that are doing that.
What was funny is I went to a rainbow gathering that was in Missouri, and it was like years after I graduated high school, and I saw some of my high school buddies there, and they were actually part of the crew that traveled around from spot to spot to spot, doing the rainbow gatherings, and they were like part of security and the health teams and stuff like that. And I was like, "Oh, holy crap! I know you," you know. So
Just groupie Pam.
yeah, right.
I remember. So who? When you say I know you, who would it have been that you spotted? Like
It
some
was
attractive man, or would have been some other lady?
a guy that I used to hang out. We smoked in high school, and we had our own smoking section. And you'd go out there during lunch or whatever, smoke a cigarette, and he was part of our smoking crew. You
Oh,
know.
you just saw him somewhere in another state. Like, what's up?
Well, it was the same state, but it was at a rainbow gathering, and like we hadn't. Yeah, it was totally what's up. You know, I hadn't seen him in
Yeah,
like 10 years. It was like, holy crap!
that's
So
always cool. That's
right,
always really cool.
right. So, Justice says my friend that I told you all about, whose name was in the pot smoke picture, was a genuine Rastafarian. Wow, I'm not. Rastafarian it can be misogynistic from what I understand of it.
You put the lady in the kitchen,
Yep,
and then you
exactly.
smoke the weed, man. You
Right,
put her
right,
in the kitchen, man. You put her in the kitchen, man, and then you smoke the weed.
right. And I couldn't get down with that.
Stupid. It's whatever. I'm like pretty drunk and stoned at this point, you guys. I'm like
It's all
making
good,
an
man.
ass out of, I'm making an ass out of myself at this point.
That's all right.
You smoke the weed, man, and then you make your wife put in the kitchen, man. I don't have any more impersonations after that. Rainbow Gathering is where everyone does acid and lets their counterculture ideas celebrated.
Yep. Yep. Well, all sorts of stuff. You got shrooms. You got all sorts of drugs floating around there.
I'd be the most stiffest, straightest idiot at that gathering. The
No,
people would hate me. They'd be like, "What's wrong with you, dude?" I'm
no,
like, I'm not on any hallucinogenics, man. I'm just smoking weed and drinking beer. And they're like, we're
they
tapping into this god, man. I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Yeah, Justice. I don't know. You're already too old for acid, dude. You should have already done it when you're 16.
right.
Too old, man. You can't do it anymore.
Oh, that's not true technically, but you know, it's more for the drug charges that you don't want to be doing it after 18.
Under 18 is when you do your shit.
Right, right.
You get your mind figured out.
So
Oh, Mantis, that's when I did it. I don't know. I'm not saying nobody should ever do it, okay? But I did it when I was 16.
we are
But
not
I'm not condoning it. I'm not telling people to do it. Do not do it at all.
Do not strike my channel, YouTube. We are not condoning drug use at all. We're just saying, you know, that sometimes it happens. And if it's going to happen, you know, happening in youth is generally a better time just so you can avoid legal charges. It has absolutely nothing to do with condoning. We're not telling people to do it. Please don't strike my channel.
No strikes. No strikes.
No strikes. So, yeah, please don't do acid.
Well, tell that to me when I was like 30 or 20 years ago, or 22 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, Lawrence, I'm with you. I've never done an illegal drug in my life.
Well, you're not missing a ton. I would say you're not missing a lot. You're probably better off the way God intended, naturally.
Yeah, the same.
I would assume.
The same states that you can reach with drug use, you can reach in other ways. You can reach them through dancing. You can reach them through, knocking boots. It's the brain chemicals are all there, and just like we were talking about earlier with the realm of hungry ghosts, there are different avenues to the same sort of place in your brain. And if you go there with good intentions, it can be a wonderful thing. It can be extremely spiritual. Like Bill Wilson, who founded AA, he was part of the acid experiments back in the 50s before it all became illegal and everything like that. To see if it was a way that people could quit alcohol. And the spiritual experience that people can have from LSD.
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, what are your thoughts on, UFO extractions of cattle?
Oh no, that's total BS. That's done by insects. That the pattern is completely. I think it's the blowfly. So, oh my gosh, yeah, meth. That's a bad one. So, yeah, they open to practice to help people get off it. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, meth. And what people don't understand is that Adderall is basically a legal version of meth. And that meth is also stimulants are painkillers. That's why the Novocaine is a painkiller.
It's like clean speed from what I've heard. Clean speed.
Right.
Adderall.
They use cocaine in eye surgery, to numb the eye. And so a lot of these people are self-medicating. They're too poor to get a therapist. They're too poor to do what people do. Like people who are doing ketamine, out in the street. Well, I just did ketamine, but it was in the lab. It's the same drug,
Kale.
Right. But because
Have you ever heard that song from NoFX? You know the band NoFX?
Yeah.
Stuck in the K-hole again?
Oh no, I don't know that song. I'll have to look that up.
If you like NoFX, then you probably like that one because that's their style. It's called Stuck in the K-hole again. Easy to find. But hey, you guys, I'm totally freaking stoned and drunk, and my wife is being like, I'm not paying attention to her, and she's pissed about it. So I gotta go.
Yeah, well, it's 9:30 at my time anyway, so we probably should shut this down because we've been up long enough. But thank you so much, Survival, for being my wingman tonight. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Totally.
So yeah, everybody in the chat, love you. Justice, Ken, Shaman, Mantis, Lawrence, Pizza Dad, Bod. Who else was here?
Just everybody. We just love everybody. It's just, it's just a welcoming, good crew. We're just good, welcoming people that we all want to hear everybody's opinion.
Yep.
There's nothing hate. There's no hatefulness anywhere around here.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're very welcome, and we'll see you all Saturday at the regular time.
Absolutely. All right. We'll see you then. Hey, I'm gonna dip out. Thanks for the stream, Pam.
No problem. Much love. Mega love shout out. And
mega love.
Bye.